Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad John Rush behind the camera, and we are going to take a look at the 2016 Mazda 6. This is the Grand Touring package. They have a few other packages available, and if you want to learn more about that, head to the Mazda website. Check that out. This is a great car. No other way to say it. It's very practical, has a lot of different value features to it, has a lot of different cool technology features to it that we'll get into here in just a second. But let's actually take a quick look around the car, describe what's new for 2016, and then we'll take a quick drive. One thing I do want to point out, this car as it sits right here is about $33,495. It has what's new for 2016, a new grille, new fog light surround design for the Grand Touring, upgraded center console, added electronic parking brake, addition of the Mazda Connect, which we'll get to here in a second on the inside, LED headlights for the Touring and Grand Touring, which are standard, active driving display, which is kind of the heads up, and then also new colors of Sonic Silver and the titanium, titanium flash, which I actually believe is what is on this car right here. And let me tell you, it actually looks good. I had several comments about this car, and Dad, I don't know if you can get it in the light on this side here real quick, but I love the lines on this car right here. This slope that Mazda has done, they've almost given an aggressive roadster kind of styling on this vehicle. And just me personally, I really like what they've done. I like the looks of this car. It does not feel like a $33,000 car. It actually feels like a nice little sporty car that you can drive anywhere with. Also on the Grand Touring package, it gives you a different set of 19-inch wheels, adds a spoiler, and a few other features that we'll talk about when we go through the driving portion, but just wanted to give you a brief overview. So with that, let's take a quick drive, talk about some of the performance features of the 2016 Mazda 6, come back and we'll go through the interior. And again, this is the all-new 2016 Mazda 6. All right, everyone, we're here for the driving portion of the 2016 Mazda 6. As we always do, we like to show you a little bit of the interior features of the car before we get going. We'll point this out. Some people have commented on the Mazda's technology, the infotainment system, saying it's slow, laggy, not intuitive, very complicated to use. I would beg to differ. An extremely simple thing to use, actually. What's nice is this is actually, when you're parked and stopped, this is actually a touchscreen display, along with you have a nice little kind of Audi, Volkswagen type knob down here to adjust. So if you want to adjust, okay, you just simply turn the knob right here and I can access all my information. Or if I want to touch the screen, I can. It gives me audible feedback and I can select what I need to select. So some great features. And what's nice too is as you're driving, it's unabled, I should say. So it's not enabled because you don't want to get in trouble with that in terms of distraction. But and as we get going, it does have, again, dual climate controls, very simple to use here. It does not have the backup camera that turns, or I should say the grid markings that turn. Does have a backup camera, works very, very well. And in terms of technology on this car, has a lot of different features: forward collision warning, lane departure assist, or not assist, but lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, has adaptive cruise control. And as we get going here, it also has something called the smart brake technology in it, which actually at low speeds will brake the car. One thing is, you'll go around here, I'd like you to kind of hear and notice, some people complained about the stiffness of the ride. I really didn't notice it too much. You're not buying a $60,000 car expecting an extremely smooth ride, but at the same time, for 33 and some change, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, in my opinion. It's a very smooth car, very easy car to operate. Also gives you some nice sporty handling. In terms of acceleration, works very well. This is a four-cylinder engine in it. I'm not sure of the exact horsepower, so I'm not going to quote it, but works very, very well. I don't know how else to say it. If you need to get up and go and get into traffic, this car will do it for you. And if you need to back off, it'll do it for you too. Which reminds me, this car does have the I-loop or IE loop, kind of what they call it, which is regenerative braking. And some of you are saying, well, that's only on electric cars. Actually, Mazda has done a fantastic job, and some of you may correct me if I'm wrong. I think the only manufacturer who's doing it now who has it where this car actually adds 2 miles per gallon with this technology on it, because of it takes the regenerative braking, puts it back into the car, so you're using less to get you going, and just you're using less fuel. So it actually bumps you up what's rated from 30 miles per gallon city and highway combined to 32 city and highway combined, and we were actually able to average between 34 and 36 miles per gallon, which for this car Absolutely fantastic. No other way to say it. One last thing I will mention, it does have a nice heads-up display, which Audi has done a great job at putting right here. Mazda. But overall, sorry, Mazda, I do apologize. Mazda has done a great job at that. But let's take a quick drive back, and we'll go through the interior of the 2016 Mazda 6. All right, everyone, we're back from our driving portion. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and especially, honestly, more so with this car. This is a very practical car, very affordable car. Get out and drive it. There's been several reviews that we've read, and we like to read some other reviews before we actually give our own review, just to see what other people are saying, see if we agree or disagree. Some people complained about the noisiness and the stiffness of this ride. That really wasn't it for me, as you kind of noticed in the driving portion. But I would say get out, drive this car, especially for your family. Again, we've had some people comment, why would I stick my family in a demo? Well, because if your family doesn't like this car, you're going to hear about it for as long as you own it. So you might as well get them out and drive it. But we're here for the trunk portion, and we're going to pop it open. You can use the button, which I guess I'll show you right now, which all you do, hold it down. Not an automatic, as you can see. It just opens up a tiny, tiny bit, which for some people in security, especially if you're walking from the grocery store, you want to pop the trunk. You can't even hardly tell it's open, but with a simple lift, doesn't take much. You do lift it up. I will point this out. The struts right here are covered in plastic, so you don't have a metal look here. In terms of this is pretty bare bones. There's not a whole lot here. No automatic down or anything like that. 14.8 cubic feet of storage back here, which is really good for this size. You will kind of see, it's kind of hard to see, but when you do put that second row of seating down, you get a lot more space. Being able to do that right here, just to push the button, it unlocks it. You're able to go there. You do have some nice storage here on the side, so very practical. You can get a lot of baggage back here, a lot of groceries, whatever you might need to in the back. Definitely, it's a huge plus for me there. Also, you do have a rear view camera in the back. So go back here, you will notice it is sitting down, so I'm just going to lift it up, lock it back in. I'm good. This seat, as always, all the way back, as you can see, even this seat pretty far back. Right here, you got some nice red stitching in the seat back right here. Overall, I have probably 3 to 4 inches of legroom. This is all the way back. Great legroom, great spacious cabin back here. In terms of kind of headroom that I have, with this nice sloping back right here, you get a little bit less than what you would normally find in a competitor's car. But is it something that would prevent me from buying this car? Not at all. You do have, again, some nice soft touch leather right here, plastic right here. But again, this car is $33,495. You do have vents back here, along with some cup holders in the center armrest. As I do slide out, very nice wide opening. All right, everyone, we're here in the front seat portion of the 2016 Mazda 6. One thing we were commenting, love the two-tone black and white that Mazda has done on this car. Gives a nice white, it's not too much of a white interior that you are afraid of dropping anything or spilling anything on it, but it also gives it a nice elegant look. They've wrapped the leather, again, saying soft touch right here on the dash. Up here still is a plasticky feel, but you do get a little bit, again, of a soft touch leathery feel right here. You do have the Mazda Connect, or the Mazda system right there. Something I will say on this car, this does include the GT technology package, which is about a $2,000 and some change option for this car. It includes lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise, all of that you get. Plus, you get a smart braking technology, which actually at slow speeds will slow the car down. We talked a little bit about that in the driving portion. Overall, you get a lot of luxurious features in this car for not a whole lot of money. We'll point a couple things out. You do have the glove box here, again, some ample storage. You have the cup holders right here. You have the center console along the side there. You see kind of the soft touch, again, material. You see the automatic windows all the way around here. Center console, you do have two USB ports, I should say. I apologize. You have the capability of plugging in your lighter. That way you're able to open up, and you also have an SD card slot over here. So if you want to plug in your power, you're able to do so. Overall, honestly, I'm a huge fan of this car. In terms of the functionality, with the dual climate controls, all the controls are very easy to use, easy to operate. We went through the infotainment portion in the driving section. Overall, very impressed with this car. And actually, with that, I'll give you my opinion on the 2016 Mazda 6. All right, everyone, here's my opinion of the 2016 Mazda 6. I'll just flat out say it. Love this car. great car, extremely practical and extremely great value, especially in the market today for what you're looking for, a full-size sedan. And by full-size, I mean full-size. You're able to get 4 full-size adults in this car, plus another child if needed. Some pros for me. Price. This car is actually starting at $21,000 and some change, as equipped, which is pretty much top of the line. A lot of the technology package or technology features that you can get on this car, $33,000 and some change. So really a nice wide range for you to customize this car like you want, and it also gives you a lot of value for your money, bang for your buck, you should say. And one thing too, fuel economy. 32 miles per gallon it's rated for. We were able to average 34 to 36 in this car with highway and city. So really a fan of that. Some cons for me. Really, there's not a whole lot. Some people complained of the stiffness of the ride noise. You got to think of the money too. You're spending $33,000 on a car, not $66,000. So you're not going to get the tremendously quiet interior, but for me, it's very suitable, very practical. And who do we recommend this car? Anyone who's looking for a full-size sedan, who wants to get a lot of features, a lot of the technology that it's out today, and still you're not going to be cash-strapped and lose a lot of that money. But again, this has been the 2016 Mazda 6. I'm Richard Rush, John Rush from Drive Radio. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our latest video. We really appreciate you listening and watching, and we really do appreciate all the comments that you do have. If you'd like to learn more information, not only about this review, but our other car reviews that we've done, head to our website, www.drive-radio.com. Also head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/driveradio. And last but not least, where you can watch all of these other reviews, head to youtube.com/driveradio. All one word, or in the YouTube search bar, Drive Radio. We have a lot of other content on there, and we look forward to you heading there. Again, checking us out, leaving your comments, and if you're interested in any of these cars, head to your local dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Thanks, and have a great day, night, and just enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.